Okay. Is it like a ... like an ellipsis? Is that what it's called?
Oh my god.
Her third nipple.
You
I want to
weren't supposed
imagine.
to say that part.
I want to imagine they go like this. Pew, pew, pew. So
Like
it's
a triangle?
like a V.
Is it like a
like
like-
the flying V?
like a constellation?
Yeah.
I'm almost out of coffee.
Marianne's like, I can't do this show. I'm out of here.
I feel like the show has been going on.
It's been going on. I've been here for an eternity.
All right. Well, I think everything's great. Hopefully, we get our viewers back.
Yeah.
That we lost. Sorry about the technical difficulties once more. We're 46 minutes late.
Is
Not my doing.
The right mics are on and everything?
Can everyone hear us?
Oh, let me check.
Oh my god.
We didn't check that, so let's just make sure.
Oh my god.
Oh, audio, Audi.
Are
Check.
Yeah.
See? Yeah, worked great.
We're good.
Oh, good.
Cool. Hey, we're in. Anyways, so
In like Flynn.
what do you guys think about the? So I saw you put the Maxwell lady's name up there. I'm skeptical. Why are you skeptical, newbie? What are you talking about? What is it?
Oh.
I don't know what's going on.
Anyways, what do you think of that Maxwell lady? How do you say her first name?
I think it's. I was trying to figure out what it is. I think it's Ghislane.
Jelaine.
Ghislane.
Who are we talking
Chile.
about? What is this?
So you know that weird pervy guy,
The guy that didn't kill himself,
Epstein?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Jeffrey Epstein,
You don't remember any of those?
No.
that got suicided.
When did we
He
talk
was
about
he was
this?
in prison, like a year and a half ago, and he apparently they claim that he tore up his duds or something or sheets or whatever and hung himself from his bedpost that's a foot off the floor.
Ghislane.
Ghislane.
Thanks, Noob. Anyways, so you don't remember this Epstein guy? Like Bill Clinton was supposedly on his plane. He had like this sex island with like young girls.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton had a sex island with
Not-
girls.
not
No.
Bill.
No, Bill's been there. Trump's been
Trump's
there.
never been there.
How do you know?
How do you know that?
He was not on the flight log.
Yeah, but he's got pictures with the guy.
At his freaking
You think that he didn't? He
at his
wasn't
golf
just like,
course. Trump has not been there.
Where is
I'm
this island?
Trump-
Ronald Frump.
Trump kicked
You
him
think-
out of his.
You think Ronald Frump was there?
No, Trump kicked him out of his golf course. It's like known.
Oh, so Trump knew though.
Trump did not like him.
But Trump knew, and he was like, "No, you get out of here.
He-
I like my women 3 years older than you like your women.
Right. 18
Yeah.
is fine.
I like them
Yeah.
18 instead of 15.
Yeah, that's
It's
legal.
okay that I'm 70.
Yes, it's legal.
It is legal.
Trump's never been there.
It's probably
No,
not moral.
Bill has been there. And we know Prince Andrew
Prince Andrew,
was
yeah.
there.
Yep, Prince
What's the
Andrew.
last name? I'm looking this up because you guys
Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
He did not kill himself.
All right, keep going.
They claim that he killed himself, but they like conveniently lost the videotape of the outside of his cell.
There you go. Mary Kate. Way to go in there and
Trump
tell
cut
Phil.
him out as soon as he found out he did underage trading.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, nice try,
So
Phil.
so this Ghislane
Shit.
lady was apparently helping procure these underage girls for him.
Oh.
And so she was like getting him in. I don't know if she's grooming or whatever. This allegedly, by the way, because she hasn't been found guilty yet. Her trial starts this week, and really not very many people have heard about it.
And there's no cameras allowed in. But
Why?
we got to see cameras for the Rittenhouse case
Yeah.
and the Ahmaud Arbery killing case.
Did you see what the judge said? Why?
No.
He said because it was too sensational and something else. I can't remember. But basically, it was saying that it just wasn't fit for public ears.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
It's because. So here's my problem with
The
that.
judge was on the island.
Yep.
We should talk about
Oh,
this.
he was
First
on the
off,
island?
probably he didn't get voted off. Second problem is
Boy.
the coverage of the Rittenhouse case gives me a complete lack of faith in corporate media to give an accurate coverage of what happens inside of a courtroom. And so if we're not going to have recordings where we can go verify for ourselves what was said
Mhm.
and what the evidence was,
Mhm.
I have no faith on what's happening in that courtroom.
Okay.
I just don't.
Yeah,
So yeah, go watch do you have Netflix?
I do.
Watch the documentary on Netflix.
What's
It's a
it
good
called?
documentary. I don't know what it's called. Can't remember. I watched it a long time ago, like right after this whole thing happened, so I could try to be, I guess, better informed.
You guys need
So-
to tell me when you were going to do this.
Is it called Epstein Didn't Kill Himself?
I think it's called something Island. I can't remember what it is.
Shutter Island?
Yeah. He thought he was a detective, and he's really a mental patient.
It's
and
a great movie.
yeah.
Leonardo.
What about John McAfee? You know who that is?
No.
John McAfee. He, like I think that he made the antivirus software for my computer.
Oh, really? Oh, Mac. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Good job,
John
Larry.
McAfee is. Oh, I spelled that wrong.
He didn't.
McAfee.
Oh, look at that guy. He looks
McAfee.
like a Australian dude.
Yeah. So they claim that he killed himself too. He was just about to get extradited for not paying his taxes, and he got suicided in a jail in Spain.
Is he
Spain.
supposedly part of the Epstein Island
No,
deal? Oh, this
no,
is a different.
he was another guy that they said he could probably expose some things.
Really?
So is he really
Yeah.
dead or not?
But no, he's dead.
Oh.
But I just don't think he killed himself.
Oh, that you
Like, why would he kill himself? He's got the money to get off.
So this Epstein case is
Why would anybody that's that rich kill themselves?
No idea.
Well, here's the problem. And doing a little bit of work in jail, I've never worked in a prison and don't know that much, but he killed himself and no guards were on duty, which can't happen.
Right. Well, didn't the guy fall asleep or something? Some nonsense like
the
that.
cameras
They claim
didn't work.
Oh, come on.
they lost the video.
Come on.
And he hung himself from a bedpost that was not high enough to hang. Okay, here, let me tell you something. I've seen people try to hang themselves in jail. You can't. The clothes aren't made like that. They don't like making, like, everything in jail
Cheap shit.
is cheap and easily, like, your toothbrush is like, you don't get like a toothbrush. You get like a rubber brush. It's the weirdest thing. Like, they make sure that anything you have that you can hurt yourself with is not accessible.
Well, that makes sense.
You eat with a spork. They won't even give you like a knife,
Well, no.
like a plastic knife, like a
Okay.
spork.
Well, yeah.
It's pretty yeah. And here's the thing. In jails, you're supposed to do a welfare check every 15 to 20 minutes, depending on the jail. And during the welfare check, what you have is you have this gun. It's like a gun. There you go. You fixed it.
Thank you.
And at each end of the block, you have this, you scan with your gun, showing that you've been there and walked down and checked on all the inmates.
It's like a boop.
Yep.
Like
So-
a QR
so
code,
what
right?
you do is you
Oh.
grab your gun, scan it, go up top, scan it. You're just looking in, and then you go and you
It's
sit
like
down.
at Walmart, right?
And then it logs that you've done your
To check.
welfare check.
And they're really checking to see if they're okay.
No, well,
No.
you're just supposed to look in. Yeah, you're kind. I mean, maybe some people don't look in. I don't know. In a place where he was,
Yeah.
with like a high security guy, believe me, you're checking. So I'm sure he had to have checked, because if you don't do that welfare scan that you've done your rounds, like, the big guy in the room with all the cameras and everything will ping you and be like, "Hey, what are you doing? Like, go do your round. Like, why you not doing it?"
That can't be good for the cop
And then
if a prisoner
if
committed
you-
suicide on your watch.
If you don't respond to the guy binging you in, whatever you want to call it, I don't know what the hell is.
boinging you.
Because seriously,
it's
what
like
they do,
like Walmart, right? Where they take the thing and they're like scan the bottom side of the dog food bag.
not really. No,
No.
this is like a crazy thing. I
It's
don't.
not like
you'd,
that
you'd
at
have
all.
to Google it. Yeah.
You Google
Yeah.
it.
Anyways, so yeah. So there's no way he wasn't getting checked on. So it's pretty strange. Yeah.
Wow.
You know,
Oh, you think that?
I didn't think he was
That's
alive.
an interesting.
I thought he was dead.
That is an interesting theory,
I love these theories.
which we didn't say out loud. The theory is that Epstein's alive,
Everyone's
and
alive.
being hidden by, probably on an island with a bunch of 15-year-old girls.
I don't. I'm with the idea it could happen, but I'm pretty sure.
I think he's dead.
Pretty sure he's dead.
I think he's dead because they didn't want their names out there.
And I believe his money went to. I don't know. There was a reason why I believed he was dead, because all of his money didn't like transfer some weird account. It went to like certain people.
Right.
And I don't think he's, maybe, who knows? I don't know. You have to really check.
All of his money though?
Yeah. Who knows?
Right.
Could be a lot more. I think he's dead, but did you see the guy they put him in a cell with? You should see a picture of this dude.
Oh, I didn't know he was in. I didn't know
I
he had a
thought he was
cellmate.
himself?
Look at the dude he was in a cell with.
Was he very small?
Yeah, right, dude. If they put me in a cell with this dude, I would have been like, well, I'll try to hang myself too.
Wait, his cellmate was a cop.
An ex-cop. That dude.
Oh,
That dude's his cellmate.
yeah, that guy could hang him.
Hang him? That guy probably just went, schnick, done.
Just crush.
Look at the size of that dude.
He's a big boy with a little dog.
Hulk smash.
He's an
What?
ex-cop, and he did some real shady shit.
What did?
And
what
you
did
know
he
he did something for them to get off. You know he did something.
do? Wait. You mean the cellmate
The cellmate killed him.
killed
I'm
him?
sure.
And so, is he still in jail or is he gone?
I don't know.
So, how did they discover the island?
It's in the documentary. I can't remember. Well, it was his private island. He had a house on there and everything. Like, it was a private island.
Was it like the
It wasn't
Caribbean?
hidden. I'm not sure exactly where it is.
Okay.
I think it's down over toward Florida, so somewhere over there.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
Okay.
What if we find out that this Ghislane lady, what if we find out that she actually was just like one of the early people that he abused, and he just like manipulated her into doing all this?
You should let Phil borrow your Netflix so he can watch a documentary too. It's good. You'll learn about them.
Well, I hope it's still on the Netflix.
Yeah, it is, I'm sure. And they they tell one story, and they're down somewhere in Florida, Miami, the Keys, I don't know. And she used to go out and find these girls and say, hey, if you come give this guy a massage and stuff like that, well, you can come hang here and we'll give you money and all this cool stuff. So the girls were not willing. It wasn't like they were like
They were not like
holding them
kidnapped.
down or anything. No, but there were 15-year-old girls, like
Yeah, they're just being manipulated.
young girls they're manipulating. So they'd massage him, and then once they were done massaging him, he would be like, hey, whatever the creepy guys say. I don't know.
So the thing is that you're saying that a lot of politicians, a lot of like celebrities or whomever, a lot of important people went to this island
There's only
to be
a
serviced.
couple names for sure that were on the list, but the big ones were Bill Clinton and Prince Andrew. That were on the island for sure. But the big thing that they talk about is they think the way that he got these people was he used to put video cameras in the rooms when they would come, and he'd have
So he could
videos
control
of them with the young girls sleeping with him. So he has all this dirt and stuff. Because no one knows where he got all his money, because he used to be just like an accountant, and then all of a sudden he like
Jay-Z and Beyonce?
Huh.
Was Beyonce?
Jeffrey Epstein, Filthy Rich is the name of the series.
Filthy Rich.
Okay.
All right.
All
There
right.
you go, Mary Kate.
So you're saying that he got all this money by
I didn't
blackmailing?
know Jay-Z and Beyonce. Can you look up the flight log, like the list of people that were on the island? I'm sure there's got to be
Wait,
a
I was
list.
looking up that name.
The Filthy Rich.
Filthy Rich. Got it. Thank you.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Let's see. Kyle Rittenhouse.
What?
I'm shocked.
This goes deep.
Oh, look at that. Prince Andrew accusations left out of Epstein Maxwell case. Now, you think that that's a coincidence? Or do you think that the Queen said, "Listen, you're not going to talk about that."
Judge denies Maxwell's bail request for 4th time in sex trafficking case.
Said it
How-
was too sensational and impure for the public to hear about.
What a joke.
When did this happen?
Like over the course of the past 30 years, right?
Wow, really?
Distractify. That's a good one to click on. Yeah, they have some. That's a safe website. You're good.
So that's the guy?
Yeah,
Wow. So he's dead.
that
the Lolita
We think.
Express
Ugh.
was this private jet.
That's disgusting. By the way.
that's disgusting.
So they would take a private jet to the
His
island.
island. Yeah.
There's Prince Andrew.
Kevin Spacey? No.
Was he on there? I didn't know. That makes sense. Do you remember why he got fired?
Did they have boys too?
He touched a little boy. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
But I thought
That's why the House of Cards got
I thought it
favored.
was just girls.
Bill Clinton?
He took the trip to visit Africa as part of a mission to raise awareness about AIDS and poverty in 2002.
Huh. Oh, no, that was Kevin Spacey.
Kevin
Yeah.
Spacey.
Yeah, that's Kevin
Here's Bill
Spacey.
Clinton.
Nelson Mandela. Bill Clinton.
Who else is on here? Keep going. Do.
Bill
Bill-
Clinton. Look how many times Bill
Frequent
Clinton.
passenger.
26 trips on the jet.
You just want to make sure he went there.
And accompanied Spacey on his trip to Africa.
Do you think that he did not have
Yeah.
sexual relations? Come on.
Come on.
Let's
Come on.
be realistic. We know that Bill Clinton is kind of slimy.
Here's the thing. When you hang out with a guy,
Naomi Campbell.
if you're spending enough time that you're on a private jet with each other, you know who they are as a person. I don't care what you say. Like, I would know if Phil was into some weird shit. Like, you know. Like, when you're spending time with people, like, you'd know.
How do you know?
Because they say things and act certain ways. Like, you'd pick it up. Like, there's certain things people hide, but when somebody's into some weird shit like that, you're usually pretty well, yeah.
Bob thinks.
Phil's on the list? Oh, shit. Maybe he is. You know what? Maybe I should shut my mouth. Maybe I don't know Phil as well as I thought.
Don't know.
You do realize that I would have been like
Oh God.
I would have been like 15.
I mean, I don't know.
So it would have
I'm
been
not
it would have been okay as long as I was,
right.
you know.
He was the one Kevin Spacey was seeing.
Oh, come on, man.
You're the
Okay.
reason why we don't have House of Cards anymore.
You
Stop being too
asshole.
sexy.
Isn't it? Don't they have House of Cards with a lady now?
Yeah.
Didn't they make it with a lady?
Yeah,
It
that
was with
not-
Was
with
it his
the
wife?
It was with the wife
Yeah,
on the
it wasn't
show.
as
I
good.
don't think it was as good. Kevin Spacey he was really good.
Was it
at
a
that.
weird like he was president and then
They
the
killed him.
president
I
died
think they killed him
and
on
then the
that.
wife took over as
Yeah.
president?
Yeah.
Isn't that what Hillary Clinton wanted?
Yes.
It's like if you
Yeah.
could just die and then we could change the 27th Amendment to make it so that I'm next in line,
Perfect.
that it goes to the wife inherits it.
Like, and you know Hillary knows. She knows.
That Bill
Oh,
went
yeah.
there.
Yeah, she knows what he's
Yeah.
into. The
Oh,
problem
yeah.
is they're so deep. Like, think about it. Like,
How much time do you think they spend together?
Not much.
No.
Never.
Ever? Do you think that they're ever?
Maybe enough time to tell
Think
each
it's-
other they hope that the other one strangles the
I
other
hope,
one.
I hope you die soon
yeah, like I think that's probably as much
Dude.
time as they spend with each
because
other.
we're not getting divorced.
No,
We are not getting
No,
they,
divorced.
can't get
they would
divorced.
never
Mm.
let that publicity.
You cannot
Nope.
get
No.
divorced.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Think about
But
it.
if you died,
Did you when Trump and Melania were in there?
Yeah.
Like you could tell something was off. Like she wouldn't even hold his hand. She wouldn't even look at him.
Yeah.
And you know Trump was like, oh, well, we can't.
It's like I
you-
need you to hold my hand
Right.
a
And
little bit.
like, and she wouldn't. She would not play into any of that shit. And and all I could think was because before they were all lovey, and then he got in there, and I don't know what happened, but and he probably paid her off to be like, you can't leave me. Like
Right.
we're stuck now because
Yeah.
it's gonna look really bad.
She-
Like a president going through a divorce is not good,
Mm-mm.
you know. So
Has there been presidents that went through divorce? Not in presidency though.
No.
No, they just
Oh
died.
no, not during presidency.
No. But has any of them been divorced? I don't think.
Some of them have been
Not
divorced before being
during or
president.
after, I don't think.
I don't know. I just don't
I
think
don't
that's acceptable.
What about the guy that like married his niece or something?
Okay, what?
Wasn't it like James Buchanan or somebody like, or Garfield or one of those guys?
I don't know.
I think just
Oh, well, that could be it, Mary Kate. I don't know. It seemed pretty strange. Listen, I'm not.
Is she Russian? I
Yeah.
thought she was from one of those little countries.
I'm not sure.
Who?
Maybe she's around like a Russian country, but it was weird
Close enough.
because
Mm.
they were more PDA before than when there was a little bit there. I don't know how they act
Let's
now.
find out.
That they were acting a little strange. But my point is that people in the White House don't. I don't think they ever get divorced after, or during or after.
They just don't live together.
Maybe they don't even see each other. I don't know what they do. But, like,
We are over.
but you still see Melania and Trump together, so it's not like
Yeah, I mean Trump. That isn't. She's his fourth wife, right?
yeah
Or something like that. So
Yeah.
he's been divorced.
Before
before,
but
but not
before.
during or after. Yeah.
and after. Now
So
that's
4 presidents were widowed prior to their presidencies.
Scandalous.
Being widowed is scandalous. Your wife dying. Is
Jesus,
scandalous?
Marianne.
Jeez, everyone's not getting murdered. You need to go watch the ID channel. Like, people are not just killing their wives out there.
I don't know.
2 presidents were
Re-
widowed and then married again before they became president.
Okay.
Teddy Roosevelt and Joe Biden. Do you know Joe Biden's wife died in 1972?
I did not.
50 years ago, Joe Biden's wife died.
Yeah.
50 years ago.
That's crazy.
And he remarried in 1977.
How is that like one lifetime?
He's an old man.
He's very
He is old. If he gets reelected, which he'd be 82, right?
No.
Is that right?
I
He'd
don't
be
think-
82.
I don't think
I'm not
he's gonna
sure.
be reelected.
2 presidents were divorced and then remarried prior to their presidencies, Reagan and Trump. 2 presidents remarried after their presidencies, Millard Fillmore and Benjamin Harrison. Huh.
Yeah, so pretty much there's been no divorces after a presidency or during.
No.
I
what I-
really don't like that woman.
Hillary.
Do not like.
Yeah.
Do not.
Moving on.
Okay.
Let's move on.
We'll get past that.
Good old
Martha
Martha
Washington,
She was
Abigail.
a great lady.
Abigail Adams. Have you ever read the love letters?
No.
It's unreal.
Martha only lived to 28. Oh, jeez.
What?
Martha Jefferson?
28.
Aged to 64.
No, Martha Jefferson. Sorry.
Oh, age.
Oh, age at 10-year start. Oh, 28 years. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's not their death age. Sorry.
She was 28 when he got elected president.
Boom. They were younger back then.
That's insane. Yeah, not that much younger.
A little younger.
Wasn't Obama the youngest president, or was JFK? Did JFK beat him by a couple months?
I don't
Maybe.
remember.
This is great trivia stuff right
21
here.
years old. 21 years.
Sarah
26
Van Buren.
days.
Martin Van Buren, the 8th president, married to Sarah Van Buren. Let's see, Harrison. I gotta find. Is it Harrison? There's one of them. Oh, probably.
So
won't
when
even
it
say.
says to the right,
Look at
father-in-law married while president, like what is all that?
What?
Oh, it says John Taylor, father-in-law.
Tyler,
John
father-in-law.
Tyler.
father-in-law.
Okay, so wait, we have 2 Tyler wives. Letitia Tyler.
Huh.
John Tyler. And then Julia Tyler. John Tyler. Oh, she died before he got elected, didn't she? Yeah. But is this the one?
But why does it say John Tyler, father-in-law, next to Elizabeth Priscilla Tyler?
She was the daughter-in-law of John Tyler, the 10th
So it's not
president.
just showing people that.
So this is the one, right? She was the daughter-in-law, and she served as the White House hostess and first lady.
Oh, okay. So they don't have to be married to him. They're just some lady in the family.
Yeah.
That does it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Weird.
I wonder if that's the one I was thinking of, or if it was it this one? Lucretia Garfield? No. Cleveland? Is it Rose Cleveland?
Look at that haircut. Marianne,
Acting
you think you
first
could rock
lady.
a haircut like that?
Absolutely not.
So she was Grover Cleveland's sister?
Is that like a girl like mullet perm?
No, I don't know what that is. But
Huh. These are
I
some
was thinking
interesting.
about doing a mullet.
like-
What do you think, Marianne?
Don't do
I
that.
think you should.
I think you
absolutely
will be alone
should.
for the rest of your life if you do
It'd
something
be a shame
like that.
if you didn't.
I just get a little perm in the
You
back.
have nice hair. Like, stop messing it up.
Is Nelly short for Helen?
Sure.
I don't know.
Look at Helen. Where'd she go?
Nelly.
Helen Nelly Taft.
Look at that hat.
That was a hat. They used to wear some cool hats back in the day.
That's like
Dude, these people lived a long time.
it's like $120 worth of flowers on top of her head.
Our viewers are like, what are they looking at?
Hey, Rooster.
Face for radio. Oh boy.
All right. Well,
Sorry.
I'm not in any video games. Rooster's in the like one of the NHL video games.
Is he?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he sharpens skates.
Oh. That's pretty cool.
You go into the skate sharpening shack.
And he's there
Rooster
sharpening.
sharpens your skates.
Really?
Yeah.
So he's got a face for video games.
There you go.
There you go.
Cool.
That is pretty cool. Yeah.
Jesse, I really want you to have heat down here
I really want to have heat down here.
one day.
I want to
Bring a space heater.
yeah, there we go.
Just point it at your feet or something.
Would a car accident
Exodent.
Accident.
what are we talking about? A car accident?
Accident. Are we talking about Ted Kennedy and how he murdered a lady and got away with it?
Ted Kennedy.
Ted Kennedy, the former
Ted Kennedy.
Senator Ted Kennedy, who murdered a lady and got away with it.
You know, there's just some political families that just can't do it right.
They just got to murder everybody.
Stop it.
Just stop killing
The
people.
Chappaquiddick incident.
Oh, God, what's
Yeah. he literally.
There's a documentary, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Can you spell that?
Yep. The
Can you
crash.
spell that?
See?
And then he left. Like he might have been able to save her, but he was just like, "No,
Bye."
get the fuck out of here."
No common decency.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
No
So
common
anyway, so she.
decency.
Let's see. This is like trivia that we should know. Presidents
Yes.
Have you ever watched any of Kevin Hart's comedies?
who killed somebody.
Yeah. Why? Which one are you referring to?
Because there's one he's talking about where they all go whitewater rafting,
Uh-huh.
and his wife fell out of the raft, and he's talking about how he didn't want to make eye contact with her because he wasn't jumping in to save her. And she's like, help. And he's like, I'm helping myself. I can't help you too. And he's like trying to swim. And he's like, gets back to land. And he's like, I'm trying not to look her in the eye. And he's like, well, she survived. And he's like, she was not happy. She was not happy at all. But
You are not
she was not happy.
going to live through this.
We've had 10 presidents who we know of
Uh-huh.
who've personally killed somebody.
Stop it.
George Washington,
Yeah, he's killed
obviously
hundreds of people.
in war.
He's been busy.
Yeah, 100.
Back in the day.
It doesn't say how. We don't know how many confirmed. We don't know.
It was different back then too.
James Monroe, the 5th president, military. Andrew Jackson,
He fought in a lot of duels. Yeah. He fought 103 duels.
103 duels.
And
A lot of
survived.
duels. That's pretty
Yep.
impressive.
Do you know this about? You know what happened to him? Somebody tried to assassinate him. Do you know about this assassination against Andrew Jackson?
No.
So he's the president. He's like walking across the White House lawn. And this is back in the day, right? So this guy's dressed up as a painter. He's got like his pinstripe thing on. He's like fucking painting the White House white, whatever. And they're like, it's already white. And he's like, no, more white. And
More weight.
so the guy comes across the lawn and he takes out a pistol and he aims it at Andrew Jackson and he squeezes the trigger and it fails to fire.
Wow. Fail.
And then he reaches in and takes out a second pistol because you never know, takes out a second pistol, aims it at Andrew Jackson, fails to fire. Both of these, mind you, were tested later and fired.
Weird.
Yes. So Andrew Jackson runs across the lawn, grabs this guy, ragdolls him, is beating the piss out of him. He had to be dragged off of this guy by like some senators and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, he was going to murder this guy. Well,
Badass.
you know, he was in.
I probably
Yeah,
would have.
he was-
If you
yeah.
tried to shoot me
He
twice.
beat the piss out of this guy.
The first one, I'm just gonna be a little upset. The second one, no, I'm mad because
Right.
I thought I was gonna get off this forsaken earth, and now I'm stuck here. So
They said he rattled like a bag of marbles.
Wow, that's a really cool story.
People must watch this show and be like, "What is this show about?" Like, they must just like watch it.
People
like,
ask me what it's about, and I'm still not sure what to tell them.
Like, what the hell do you guys talk about? We're
We
like, sometimes Marianne talks about relationships.
We talk about whatever we
sometimes
think is interesting.
We talk about presidents. Who the hell knows?
We try to convince Marianne tries to convince Jesse to propose.
Yeah.
William Henry Harrison killed some people. Zachary Taylor, Grover
Teddy.
Cleveland. What? Bill Clinton refers to Cleveland as vastly underappreciated. I really don't care what his analysis is.
We know Teddy killed a bunch of people.
Oh yeah, Rough Rider Ted
Oh,
Roosevelt.
Yeah. He'd love to go out. and just
Harry
smack
Truman
people.
was the only president to serve in World War I.
Wow.
Wow.
Whoa, George Bush.
George H.W. Bush. Oh yeah, you knew he was in the Navy.
I didn't know he actually fought though.
Yeah, Navy pilot. Youngest aviator in the Navy in 1943.
That's crazy.
Bomb.
He was
Bombed people.
18 years old when he was allowed to fly,
Wow.
and bombed the hell out of Japan, I guess. And then John F. Kennedy. When asked how he became a war hero, he replied, "It was easy. They sank my boat." What happened? Oh, so his was at war, but they don't talk about all the ones that were anyway.
Huh.
So,
Interesting.
I just had to go down that rabbit hole a little bit.
Yeah. What do you think, Marion?
It's pretty insane.
Oh, no,
There's
if
more.
Hillary was on there,
Oh.
would she have gotten put on that list?
Well, it said no because it said personally. She doesn't get her hands dirty.
No, right.
She doesn't get her hands
No.
dirty.
Paying to
No.
kill people doesn't count.
Paying doesn't count. No, because all of them have done that. Every president has paid somebody to kill somebody.
Do you,
Every single
in your
one.
mind,
Mm.
if you had to put a percentage that she's actually paid to get somebody killed, honestly, what's the percentage chance that she's actually done it?
Over how many years, too?
No, ever. Has
Oh.
she ever actually paid somebody to kill somebody?
Um,
I know we all like to say it, but it's like I think the odds are good, but
like the odds that she actually paid money, or the odds that she was just like, that guy really bothers me.
well, yeah, no, I just
And
wanna
then
know.
and then somebody who just thought, oh, she means she wants me. It like the guy that shot Reagan, the guy that shot Reagan, that said that like Sinead O'Connor told him to do it or whatever.
Yeah,
It wasn't Sinead. Who was
No.
it? It was the girl from Halloween, wasn't it?
yeah. What the hell's her name? I can't remember. Yeah,
Who was that?
yeah.
Curtis?
Newbie, who was that?
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Lee
I don't-
Jamie Lee.
Curtis.
Was it Jamie
I
Lee
don't think
Curtis?
it's-
No, who was it?
I mean,
Who
it's just
told-
as crazy as the guy that shot Versace.
What is going on?
You know how Versace got shot, right?
No.
Wasn't it just because he was gay?
Because the guy read The Catcher in the Rye,
Mm.
and the book told him to kill.
Versace?
I think it was Versace, right?
That's
No.
insane.
Yeah.
He was trying to
For sure.
impress Jodie Foster.
Oh, Jodie Foster.
Jodie-
He was trying to get,
Stop it.
Jodie Foster to. Did Jodie Foster really not like Reagan?
I don't know.
Probably not.
She was an actress and he was a Republican, so probably not.
He was an actor, too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So, Jody. We're thinking of Hannibal. Not Halloween.
I wonder,
This is insane.
I wonder what Jodie Foster said about this after the fact. She was like, "I promise I did not tell him to shoot Reagan."
She said she was horrified. Horrified.
She was horrified. Oh,
Horrified.
it was her stalker. He was stalking.
Oh, sorry. No, I got the Versace killing messed up. The guy so Versace did get murdered, but the guy that killed John Lennon.
Jodie Foster, thank you, newbie.
Yeah. Sorry.
Ha ha.
So the guy that killed John Lennon said it was The Catcher in the Rye. The book told him to kill John Lennon.
No kidding.
So pretty interesting. You imagine just somebody rolls up on you and they're like, hey, like, so I read Harry Potter and you fucked up. It's like, I did.
Harry Potter says
It's like,
that there's a redheaded guy with a beard
yeah.
who must be taken out.
Yeah. And you fit that description. It's like, wow. I think you misread Harry Potter because that was the good guy.
That was not what I took from it. That was not what I took from Harry Potter.
Seriously, these people are fucking crazy. People are crazy.
I took nothing from Harry Potter because I did not read it.
Nor have I.
They're good books. Just try.
No.
Right.
You read it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
All of them?
Yeah, because he was like 8.
In high school.
He
Yeah.
was 8.
Well, not
Oh.
high school. I was like
Middle school?
6th, 7th grade. Yeah.
Middle
Yeah.
school?
Yeah,
Look
yeah.
at you. You guys get a week off in Dundee for Thanksgiving break?
Yeah, that's what we do.
Inconceivable.
That's weird.
It's for
Well,
hunting season, right?
We don't.
It's because, yeah,
Oh, that makes sense.
they're not going to
now.
have school during hunting season.
That
The
makes-
first week,
now
No
that
one would
makes
show
sense.
up.
because people wouldn't come.
Oh, now that makes sense. Because I'm like, how do you have a week off in Thanksgiving? Do you not have a week off in
They
April
just
or
use their,
February?
they use their
So
snow days.
We don't get snow days really. They don't. Dundee doesn't usually close. If you listen to the radio, like when Penn Yen's closed, Dundee's always open.
I'll have to look into this
Yeah.
further.
Our school never closes because our superintendents are like, well, we all have trucks, so just like go, like okay,
Just put
Yeah,
some
trucks.
some chains on the tires
If
on the
you-
bus.
If you had a snow day in Dundee, you're like, oh shit, it really snowed last night. Like you knew you were like, uh-oh, that's not good. So
It snowed here last night.
It's
Ugh.
I hate
yeah,
snow.
I
hate
love
it.
the snow.
I hate it.
Would.
It makes me
Stop it.
happy.
What is wrong with you?
So weird.
Do you think that's diagnosable?
Yes.
to like the snow?
Newbie, what's the diagnosis for people who like snow?
Nobody should like snow. It's awful. It's cold.
You don't like? What
No.
about Christmas?
Sucks.
Christmas Day.
I
You don't
Sucks.
want snow?
I like Christmas music.
You don't want snow on the ground when
No.
it's Christmas?
I want to be 70 degrees.
I don't want to hear
On
Christmas
Christmas?
music.
Absolutely.
I don't want to see the Hallmark Channel.
Nope.
I
Everyone's into that for some
I
reason.
don't want to look at pine cones everywhere. Like
No.
what's with these pine
I
cones?
want
Oh,
to see palm
Why does everybody
trees.
bring the pine cones
You want to talk
inside?
about pine cones?
I want to have the
Psych
pine cones
snow sis.
outside.
We
There we
ha-
go.
We
There
have
it
a
is.
basket in our house that gets things from the outside inside
Sexnosis.
during the seasons. I'm not kidding you. So like during fall, there was a bunch of fake fall leaves in there. I walk in yesterday and I'm like, why is there pine cones in this basket? And she's like, it's winter. And I was like, why are they in the basket? And she's like, it's winter. And that's all she said.
Where did you say this is?
It's in our house. Just like
At your house?
yeah, you know how you're like walking in the kitchen.
Wait, this is what Mary does?
Yeah, Mary does this. And like that little like I don't know what the hell you're gonna call it, like bar area.
You think she has
But the cat
sexnosis?
the cat sleeps in the basket. It's the cat's basket. So
And it just gets decorated different ways, and then the
the
cat's
cat
like,
destroys
Yep.
whatever's in the basket and it throws
his
it
cat.
out.
it's
and,
wintertime, so
yeah.
pine cones, meow.
I caught the cat. I caught the cat grabbing a pine cone, setting it down, and then whacking it off so it could get in its basket.
Why did they keep
Dude,
putting
have
stuff
you-
in my basket?
That's
The hell you
cats-
will.
Cats are assholes.
We know.
They're so funny. This cat, if for some reason like it comes up to you and you're not petting it, it'll go on a stand and it'll go like start like knock and
Yeah.
glass, anything breakable, doesn't matter. Knocking it, I'll be like, don't you? I swear to God, I'll
See-
choke you right now. And that cat just goes, bam, and you're like, I saw you do that, and you go up, you slap the cat in the head, like, don't you do again? And you like go back, does it again. That's why cats are awesome.
This is another reason I can't have a cat, because I can't live with something that just like
Fucks
makes
with
it
you?
a substantial part of its life to just be like, okay, what does he love? That. No, you will not.
That's why they're awesome. My greatest, I mean, you guys know my greatest story ever is that cat. Like, it's funny as hell.
We do.
I mean,
Cat napping.
that cat's freaking hilarious. The stuff
You should have
he
kept
does.
both cats.
Yeah, that would have been cool. 2 for 1 cats. I saw that cat again.
Really?
Did I tell you guys that story?
No.
Did it
I saw the
come
cat
at you?
again. No.
Did it like
But
did it hiss?
I was walking and ran as like I wasn't even close. That thing like took off, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right. You remember how it goes around here?" It's the same cat. It doesn't come on the street anymore. It's on another street
I
wherever it
think
lives.
it's cats in Dundee because there's one on Joe's place, and this cat looks like it's from like the pet cemetery. You know what I mean? This cat is just looks like it's evil and rotten, and it comes at me, it's meowing, and I'm like, I walk the other way. I'm like, I can't go back to my car because there's that crazy cat.
That cat's there. I go
Yeah,
there.
no, and it's
Yeah.
still
No. In Dundee, a cat will run up on your dog.
alive. I believe it.
They'll be like, your dog will be like acting like it's all tough, and the cat will meet it nose to nose and be like, "What's
Dude,
up?"
Hawkeye got scratched in the face by this random cat.
Oh yeah, you told me down
Yeah.
there at that freaking. Dude,
Yeah.
I can't believe the balls on them. These
Right,
cats are freaking
yeah.
nuts.
It's insane.
They're brave. They're freaking brave. You ever seen the video of the little boy getting attacked by a dog and the cat saves him?
Was that your cat?
No, but no,
but I've heard of it.
it's freaking. I don't know if you can pull it up. It's not like it's gruesome or anything, but like the dog like goes and like grabs the kid's pants and like start going, and that cat just like missile spears the dog, and the dog like rolls the dog, and the dog flies away, starts running. It's like these cats are about it. So it's hard not to like them.
What about isn't there a video where there's like a raccoon that goes after a lady or something, or a dog? I don't know. I think it goes after a lady and the guy just runs over and grabs it and fucking throws it.
That's I think it's it's a fox or a raccoon.
Yeah.
Guy just like wings it. It's gone. Yeah.
Okay, I've got two insane things local
Okay.
to talk about.
Do it.
Snow. Since we're on the topic of snow, did you know in Penn that if you don't shovel your sidewalk, which you should please shovel your sidewalk, if you don't shovel your sidewalk, they can send somebody to shovel it for you. That's obvious, right?
That's everywhere.
That's pretty much everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So guess how much it costs for them to show up no matter how big your sidewalk is?
Dundee, I believe it was 50. I think they're raising it. I don't know what it is now.
Oh, you get billed for it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
They will shovel it for you and they will send you the bill.
Oh, that's a great idea.
What's it in Pena?
$90 for them to show up.
Yeah. Has that always been like that? Or is it starting to do this?
No, I'm sure
it's different bid every year, but they have to go through a bid process.
Is that how they do the price? Because I'm pretty sure.
So business idea,
$50.
people, $90. Yeah, it's a bid. So yeah, business idea. If anybody for next year, put in a bid on snow removal.
Yeah, 50.
And then it's like even $90 an hour, but it's $90 minimum to show up.
Right.
Most people usually will like. I think only once in Dundee, the guy came by and did my grandparents, and like they were both sick, and I think that it was like 2 or 3 days, and no, they never called us and told us that Grandpa couldn't go out and do it, and they were pretty cool. Like they called, like Grandpa called and told them why, and they didn't charge them or anything.
That's cool. Yeah.
They're pretty good. Dundee's like different. I imagine Pena, and they're like, yeah, fuck you. We don't care if you're dead. You still have to remove your snow.
So keep your eyes open, because I really don't want to see people calling. Just help out your neighbor.
Yeah.
How about your neighbor if you notice that they can't do it, like if they're elderly or if they're sick or if they're disabled, just maybe help out your neighbor.
That heart attack
rather than
legit.
Rather than call somebody.
You have to be very careful when you shovel snow.
You know how many people I've heard just drop dead from shoveling snow? That shit's wild.
Yeah, it's regular.
Why? What's so like different between that and like going out and cutting wood or like doing any other?
Those people aren't cutting wood.
Oh,
they're shoveling the sidewalk. That's the only physical activity they're doing.
Fact.
Because they have to.
Right.
Oh.
And it's hard, especially when that snow is like really heavy. Like that's hard work. And then you have to be careful. You don't want to twist your back.
You should get a snow blower.
These are the people that get the little cart at the grocery store.
You don't want a snow blower?
No, I asked Kevin for a good shovel this year. That's what I want for Christmas.
Have you ever used
with the two handles on it?
Whatever. No, I've never used a snow blower. I don't want to work. I already deal with my lawnmower. I don't need something else. I need to.
All you do is you get a backpack. First you and then your dog, you spray it in the face because it's hilarious, and then you put it on. And then you go out and you blow snow on your neighbor's lawn. You're like, hey, fuck you, Joe.
But if it's wet snow,
if it's wet snow,
you should just get a torch.
If it's wet snow,
just get a torch and melt it.
I like that idea.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah. Get a not a flamethrower.
Oh, really, Gina?
Hey, Gina.
Really, Gina?
Get a not a float.
Really,
Oh,
Gina?
Newbie's one of the little cart people.
How's Gina gonna hop on and say hi to Phil? Oh, that's it. We're
she just
fighting
did.
Gina.
I'm just
did.
excited to have her back in the office soon.
Oh yeah, she's been gone for a while, huh?
Yep.
So Phil, we get to see more Phil now.
Well,
Nah,
Gina did
not necessarily.
Gina did tell me that it may have been the best couple months of her life.
Oh, without
she's
having
ever
Phil,
had.
without having Phil in her life.
Yeah.
I don't blame it.
So
She's-
speaking of Penyan, here's the other fun thing.
Yes.
Getting another kick at the cat. The old speaking of cats and getting another kick at the cat.
Yeah.
They're gonna have another public hearing on cannabis and on opting out.
What?
Really?
I
I
thought
thought this
we're
was
done with
already
this.
taken
Well,
care
we
of.
all thought that. Like, so that's the thing. Everybody thought that. So that's why I'm saying it here is I want people to show up on December 21st, 6 p.m. And they're talking about moving to a larger space because after the last hearing, I think when people find out about this one, that more people will come. And so they're talking about maybe moving it to the fire hall or something like that so that it's more space. But they've brought up the idea again of opting out and then having a referendum.
Did you speak at the last meeting?
I sent my comments ahead because I couldn't be there on time. I didn't think I was going to be there at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I sent my comments ahead. Those were read out loud to the group. And then I showed up later and my comments had already been said. So I didn't, but I will be.
I feel like it would have been more influential if you actually said it from your own words.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But
You should use those words that Marianne and I don't know what you're saying. And
no, I'm going to be very clear.
Yeah.
I'm going to be very clear about why that's a bad idea. And at the end of the day, it's kind of hard for me to explain to the board why they should not let the public choose.
Who's the chairman?
Because what they're suggesting, the mayor. So what they're suggesting is that we opt out because this is our last chance to do it. And then in March, let people vote. Well, that's also going to be during the primary. So that will skew the vote toward groups that have a primary.
Right.
Which will have an influence. But the bigger problem that I worry about with sending it to that vote is that the people in that room are people who have specifically had a duty to educate themselves on this issue because they're going to be voting on it. They've got all the information that anybody's going to have between now and March. There's not going to be a ton of new information. They're rightly so. They're concerned that, we don't know what the regulations are going to be yet. That said, New York State's never underregulated anything.
Right.
Good point. I'm not concerned that they're going to make it stupid. Like it will be stupid. It will be stupid, but it'll be stupid in the direction of overregulation.
Right.
And we're already starting to see it.
So is there any legislators on the board there?
No.
On the village board, there's none.
No.
Okay.
Not county legislators.
Gotcha.
But so what you're going to have, so when you go to those, the hearing in September, what I heard was a lot of people who were speaking against it, who wanted to opt out. They didn't know the question. Some of them did. Some of them considered the question in addition to other things, but they really still thought that you could make it illegal to have it. You could make it illegal to smoke it. They thought we could just be a dry town, like a no.
What's a word instead of dry for alcohol? What's a I don't know.
But as they thought we could be cannabis free.
Okay.
And that's not what's on the table. What's on the table is whether or not you can sell it and whether or not you can have on-site consumption. So they thought that they could, a lot of them, they said, oh, well, we just don't want marijuana here. and they thought that was what the question was. And so my worry is that that's also what they will think the question is if it goes to a referendum.
Right.
Right.
And so they won't be answering the question.
So you want
That it's not about whether or not it's legal to have marijuana. It's not about whether or not it's legal to smoke it, eat it, however else people consume it, vape it. I don't know. Freebase it. I don't know what people do with marijuana, but it's not about whether or not people can have it. It's not about whether or not people can use it. It's about whether or not we can have a business that helps support the community. And we've already had the conversation about that. If you have to go to Victor, or if you have to go to Geneva to do one thing, if there's one thing that you can't do in Penn Yan, you go spend the day there, wherever you're going, and you spend all your money there.
That's what I did.
Instead of here. So it will hurt local business if we don't have a dispensary here, because people are going to leave and they're not coming back.
How people are crazy if they think
Well-
this is a bad idea. It's gonna happen. Give it the times. That's all you can do.
I think it's just that there just needs to be more communication or discussions about it. Honestly, I think people are just maybe nervous to have. They think they're going to just smoke pot everywhere and just.
They think it's gonna
Yeah.
bring in a bunch of like hoodlums. I'm sure is what they think. Like bad
No.
people.
I don't even think they think hoodlums. I think they think like this. Never mind. I think they're picturing like the potheads from the 90s that.
Hoodlums. That's what my grandparents would call them.
Yeah, hoodlums. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to do like, but they've got this stereotype in their mind of dirty people,
Yeah, I'm sure.
and
Hippies.
that's just not what I think you're gonna
Those
see
damn hippies.
at a
So
dispensary.
that's why you don't want the question to go to the people. You want.
Because I don't think they'll.
No, they probably won't.
There'll be 3 more months for people to tell them that the
Mm.
question is something other than what it is,
Mm.
and I worry about that.
Do you think the village doesn't want to make that decision?
No, the village.
The board.
The board. I thought they made up their mind and they thought it was a good idea.
That's what I thought.
And
Yeah,
then something happened.
Maybe.
I'm thinking it's kind of like, the people that did opt out. I hope they know what they're opting out of, because you're opting out of a lot of government money as well. There's going to be the sales tax that you're going to make off this shit it's huge. I mean, there's a lot of money that you're going to get as a town opting in. So
It's 3%.
that's a lot of money.
You get 3% of whatever. Yeah.
If you sell $1 million of marijuana, which is easily doable in a town this size, 3%, it's 30 grand more than you were going to have.
Yeah.
30 grand that could go to something else. So, I mean,
That doesn't
$1
count.
million.
That doesn't count the property taxes. That doesn't count all the other stuff. That's just from the sale.
$1 million is probably low. You're talking if you're open 5 days a week, and you'll probably bring in, on a Friday, Saturday, easily $5,000-$10,000. I'm sure.
Well, that's just from that, and then
Yeah.
when you do it, you get hungry, right, or thirsty. So that's going to help everyone.
I wouldn't know,
right?
Mary.
No?
What it's gonna do is it's gonna keep those dollars in the community
There we go.
rather than send them somewhere
I
else.
never inhaled, just like Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
I never inhaled.
Now here are the
So-
other effects.
Okay.
So people worry about crime. They're like,
Mhm.
oh well, it's gonna make our law enforcement costs go up. It's gonna increase our crime. That's not the case. There are places where it's legal already. They already have dispensaries, and in those communities, there's a lower crime rate.
If you can afford to buy marijuana from a dispensary, I've said this 1,000 times and I'll say it again. It's not cheap. It's not cheap. There's
Yeah.
I don't know what they think, what kind of
No.
people are going to be here buying it, or the criminals,
It's like $1,000 a pound or something.
I don't know how much it is a
know.
pound, but I know it's like $50 or $60 for an eighth of weed, which is, some of my buddies, that's like enough for a day. Like not
No, that's
not
stupid.
even, it's like, it's a lot of money. Like
Yeah.
people that can afford to buy it from a dispensary, you don't really have to worry about them. I don't know what they're worried about. Now, I think, like you were saying, I think they're more worried about people smoking it around and everyone like being out in the public with
Right.
it is
But
more than anything.
But it's been legal for
right. People can be out in the public with it no matter what.
yeah.
So
Well, and they have been able to be.
Right.
Like, that's not going to be a change. It's already been legal. Now, they are talking about banning smoking in public. They're talking about
cigarettes?
banning smoking in
I
public.
think that'd be a great
And
idea.
that would
I think
include
that's awesome.
that would
I think
include
that'd be a good
cigarettes
idea.
and anything that's smoking, vaping, anything.
Anything that you can get a second hand from. Because here's the thing,
Hmm.
you know, when you're smoking,
There's no effect outdoors.
I mean, when you're walking by people, though,
No.
like you're
No.
affecting other people, like
You know,
It's a whiff.
smoking
No.
cigarettes,
You get-
smoking weed,
And-
anything.
No, like
you get a
when-
whiff.
when
It's
we
not going to
walked
cause
in-
health effects.
No, it's not. But when we walked into the Genesee Brewery, and we were walking inside, and I could just smell cigarettes, and I'm like, I don't want to smell that. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
I don't want to smell people's body odor either, but that's not
We should
you
do
know,
a
like-
law for deodorant.
toothbrushes. Everybody has to brush their teeth
Okay,
at least
first
twice a
off,
day.
Smoking ribs is delicious, and it smells awesome.
Yeah,
So,
it'll
Sean,
probably
Sean,
be
if you want to come
Sean.
smoke
Part of the ban.
ribs, I mean,
That sounds
no
like
one's going to
fun.
complain.
yeah.
No,
So,
that's fine, Sean. That's
How
not
much?
on the table.
How much for rib?
we don't want you smoking your wacky weed, Sean.
You want your ribs?
They worry about teenagers using it.
Yeah.
Communities that have a dispensary have lower odds. This is based on there's lower odds of teenagers trying marijuana in communities that have a dispensary.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that I'll say is police cost will go up, and not because of crimes, for different training. There will
Okay.
have to be marijuana training, but it won't go up that much.
It'd be a one-time
you know,
dispense, right?
Well, maybe they might, like,
So
every
they have to be able to figure out how to do it.
every time they do it,
DWAI or
advanced
whatever.
in service training on it, like they'll change laws or procedures. They'll have to send
Yeah.
whoever the main guy is out to go
But-
learn it.
But Jesse, they already have to do that because it's already legal to smoke it.
I don't know if
What's
I
that
don't
got
know
to
if
do
we
with the
have
dispensary?
anyone trained, because no, you're talking about like what would the cost of law enforcement, and
Oh.
it's not going to go up. It'll just be the special training you have to do.
But that doesn't have anything to do with the dispensary. They're not going to have magic training because of the dispensary. They're going to have training because
Right.
it's
okay.
legal.
That's true.
Like
So
it's
no matter what,
it won't.
yeah. So
yeah.
it wouldn't matter
won't
either
have an
way.
impact
Maybe they'll think they need more people trained. I don't know, but that would be it.
Training's good, honestly.
Yeah,
What's
I
wrong
don't know
with-
why
what's wrong
anyone
with
would be
training?
upset with anyone getting training.
Yeah.
But
Right.
that would be the only uptick that I could think, because that's the only thing that's ever bothered me about it, is there's no for sure way to find out if somebody's driving high.
Right,
It's
right.
kind of one of those things. It's like,
They're trying to do a saliva
Yeah.
test, aren't they?
yeah, that would be cool. And
Yeah.
that, I think if they can figure out a way to really prevent that, because none of us like impaired driving, because honestly, that is terrifying. Get behind a death machine,
Yeah.
messed up.
Yeah.
So in any way,
So when
Yeah.
when is this
And
again?
now we've also had a problem locally, and I don't know, like you may have heard more about it than me, but we've had a problem over the past several years with opioid deaths. Is that tailed off? I haven't heard as much about it lately.
I haven't heard
As
anyone
we did a
getting
few years
stabbed with
ago.
Narcan in months. Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah. So, but that's another benefit
but
of,
they've
of
got
having a dispensary. Is
they've
that,
gotten some of the big dogs off the street.
right.
Some of the
Yeah.
people that were selling all this
Yeah.
are in jail and
Oh,
prison
that's-
now.
Yes.
That's good.
So
S-
there's also a lot of, they did a pretty good job at cleaning house here.
Yeah.
So
Communities that have dispensaries, it's in double digits. It's between 11 and 17%, I believe, less opioid deaths.
wow, that's pretty impressive.
And you put the drug dealers out of business. You're not a dispensary will not sell to somebody under 21, and they will not have heroin in their other pocket, and they will not have PCP on the marijuana.
Right.
Like you're going to get a product that you know what it is, and they're only going to be selling it to people who can legally have it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's true, because I mean, people do lace marijuana. People are nuts
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah, people are nuts.
We keep
that's
saying
true.
that over and over again.
People be
today.
crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, this would be different in service training though, noob. This isn't one of those ones you can read a paper. I'm sure they would have like instructors. It'd be like when people go and do the DWI training. I'm sure
Yeah, they've got. They
it won't be something you
send them
read.
way to school.
But it doesn't matter, because I think it's good. I think we should, for sure. But what are we gonna do with the drug sniffing dogs now? Oh, that's sad.
Well, they'll still.
We're gonna have to get them a new job.
They'll actually have to pay attention to things that are harmful instead of marijuana. Oh, you mean because they'll like get keyed up on marijuana.
Yeah, all the
Like-
time. These dogs are going to be out doing the wrong job. They're like, no, that's legal, bro. Chill.
So confused. What's my job
Are
now?
there different dogs for narcotics versus
I
marijuana?
don't know. I
thought
don't
they're all
think so.
German Shepherds.
Could you just mix your marijuana? Like, would you start packing cocaine inside of marijuana?
Maybe that's the way to go.
So that,
We're just going to have to rehire these dogs. We're going to have to, like,
No, the retraining.
I don't know. Maybe you could get, like, a dog to serve beer at your restaurant.
they're just going to have to interview again. No, what's your...
Stop it.
The dog's like, is there a good 401k here?
Cannabis
The
training.
narc dogs get cannabis training, but can we detrain them from the cannabis? Because you can't use cannabis as a probable cause anymore.
Mm-mm.
You can no longer use that as probable cause. You can't fire people for it, and you won't be able to if you opt out either. That's just not what's on the table.
Did we talk about, do the dogs get retirement? Do you think they get something for their work?
That's a good question.
Or is it like
They get a pat on the head.
That's it.
Good boy.
I'm like turning to PETA. This is slave
good
labor
puppy.
for dogs.
Well, it is.
Yeah, I'm sick of it.
is. Yeah, they get
We
fed.
need to
but
do
I was reading an
something.
I'm
article
sure
earlier
PETA's against it.
for like business owners, because business owners would like not to have their employees smoking pot because they're afraid of being efficient.
Right.
And because you can't not hire someone just because they smell like pot. You can't do
Right.
that.
You cannot hire them. You can fire somebody if they do a bad job.
Right.
So they have to actually be doing a bad job,
you have to do a lot of paperwork.
or it has to be illegal.
right.
Or there's still certain
So, like, if you're a
jobs you
federal
can't
employee,
smoke weed.
right? If
Right.
you're a federal employee,
If you
truck driver,
drive-
truck
yeah, truck drivers, you
driver,
can't do it.
pilot,
I wonder
maybe,
if
I don't know.
doctors and nurses can do it.
Anything, probably not while you're.
I know not while you're doing
I think
it,
you just
but-
can't be under the influence.
Okay.
I don't.
But I think they're gonna. Did you see about a week and a half ago a Republican-sponsored bill with 6 original sponsors was put forward at the federal level to deschedule cannabis?
Yeah, it should be.
It should be.
Yeah.
But so, do you know what that means?
No.
So right now, drugs that are regulated
Mhm.
fit into 4 classes.
Okay.
And those classes are based on what their potential benefit is, as well as what their potential risk is for both harm and addiction.
Okay.
And so if something is considered highly addictive,
Mhm.
highly harmful,
Mhm.
and has no accepted medical use,
Okay.
then it's Schedule 1.
Oh.
That currently includes cannabis
Oh.
at the federal level,
Oh.
Ridiculous.
which is, yeah, it's insane. So this law would change that. It would get it completely off of the schedule. Now, even cocaine is Schedule 2.
How is cocaine Schedule 2?
Schedule 2 because it has 1 medical use.
It does?
Yeah.
What's the medical use for
They use it for, like, isn't like epinephrine derived from it or something like that? Isn't that like how it's
It's no.
No, is that how it is? I thought it had something to do with like something like that. Something with like getting your heart.
Well, what happens? So no,
No,
not
okay.
that. So when you watch the cop shows and they do this thing and they touch it on their tongue, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's the good." You know what they're doing?
You told me this and I forgot.
So it's like if
It numbs the
if
tongue.
it's like the more numb you get from it, the
Yeah.
stronger it is.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they do that
Yeah,
anymore.
because you're doing drugs,
but they do it
like-
on TV.
It shows maybe the
Well, because it
support
might have
shows.
fentanyl in it. You
Yeah.
know, like
Well,
You
not
don't know-
even
you don't
that.
want
and now you just put a little drop of stuff and it turns purple.
A
or
little
whatever.
cocaine's a lot of cocaine.
Yeah.
It's like there's no
So-
such thing as
So
like,
its medical use is in a liquid form. They put a drop of it on your eyeball to do eye surgery because it makes your eye numb.
I knew my eyes had been bothering me. Yeah,
'Cause you put because you put the cocaine on it.
No, that's to get the cocaine
Or you
on my
need to
eye.
put the
Yeah,
cocaine
that's
on
what
it.
it's for.
Yeah. So they
Yeah.
put a drop of cocaine on your eyeball to do eye surgery.
Wow, that's great.
No
Newbie-
one ever does that. Oh, newbie.
Oh, you mean with the putting it in your mouth?
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. No, not the eye thing. He's talking about the tongue with the cocaine.
They did it on
That's
TV. You got it from somewhere. So Newbie thinks alcohol should be Schedule 1.
How dare you, newbie?
I mean, well, it is very addictive.
It's got medical use though.
Yeah, it
Ethanol.
does.
Ethanol
Yeah.
has way too many uses. Yeah, big time.
This would be Schedule 2.
Yes, I want to be Schedule 1. It's Schedule 2.
Schedule 2.
But they think, I don't know, like it just depends on how it's used.
So if you ever drink bad liquor, it's methanol, which is the stuff that first comes out of the still. If I was to give you 20 millimeters of it, and I mean that's like not enough to know what you were drinking, you would start going blind and slowly start dying.
Sounds like fun.
And the only way to fix that
It's good alcohol.
is pure ethanol.
Yeah.
Pure alcohol is the only way to stop methanol poisoning.
Really?
Yeah. So they take you to the hospital and put ethanol in your veins
Oh,
to get the methanol out. Yeah. So you get
the more you know.
absolutely wrecked.
Oh.
So yeah.
Oh, fine.
I thought yeah, a lot of people, because that methanol is like, I didn't know how bad it was. But I guess
Yes.
people in like South America and like Mexico, like a lot of times, like get it into that bad alcohol,
Yeah.
and like you're dead.
Ugh,
Yeah,
it's
bad.
I mean, that's why every time I make alcohol, I do a lot more than I need to, but just to be safe, like you're supposed to throw away, there's a math thing, but I throw away about 1/4 of a gallon. And usually after about your first, I don't know, 5 ounces, you don't have to worry about it.
I know, Sean. I know, Sean. I caught it, but I let it go. I heard it and I let it go.
Well, I'm thinking of, Sean, I'm thinking.
You meant to say milliliters.
Oh, I said millimeters.
You said
didn't I?
millimeters
Oh my
instead of
God.
milliliters.
Milliliters.
Roll
Sorry,
the tape
Sean.
back. Roll the tape back.
Sean, this video is going to be deleted, so you might want to, like, however you can save it, we're getting rid of it. So, yeah. Yeah, milliliters. Sorry. Thanks, Sean.
Sean, send pictures of your deer.
I saw the deer. It's a nice looking deer.
Is
I
it
didn't
deer?
see it yet.
Wait, on Facebook, right?
I don't know. Probably.
Oh,
I don't. I if I knew, I would have seen it.
I know what you meant. Yeah, sure you did, Sean. Ugh, what do you guys think?
I think that.
That's my stretching indicating it's time to go.
Yep.
See if I can go see some deer later today.
Get some deer
Deer and beer.
Get them deers.
and the thing. Don't forget the thing.
Oh, that was your
Oh.
neighbors. Oh, that's the one that I see. Okay.
Oops.
All right, guys. Let's see them deers. Send us pictures of your deers.
Woohoo.
See
Make
ya.
sure you tag us. Have a great
Sunday.
whatever
See you,
day it
noob.
is that you're
See you,
watching
Sean.
this.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone watching.
Thank you.
See you, Stan.